Two for one, I'm not really sure. Need to get these hours in so I can finally get monetized. Need to get some more clips from my shorts. And I'm a little wired tonight. Like these juices are flowing, and honestly, I don't want to work on my book, right? I am, but I don't want to. And what has got me kind of all wired up is the fact that the cyberspace part of excuse me, the YouTube version of Black men and Black women, it is setting a really, really piss poor example of human relations. If I just focused on what I have heard in certain sectors of YouTube, I would honestly think that Black men and Black women, we just cannot freaking get along for nothing. Like, for nothing. Fortunately, as the people here love to talk about touching grass, I actually do uh, enjoy nature and enjoy my surroundings and then immerse myself in my community where I can say, fortunately, that's not the case. I have seen such Black love here that is beautiful. Now, I can also say that I have also witnessed the, the opposite end, right? Where there's not as much love. And that's also a concern that I have, especially as a Black woman, when you're able to observe the disrespect that women endure. And I do appeal and I say to Black men, you're better than that. No matter what's being told to you in cyberspace or whoever's telling that to you, you have an inner king in you, right? An inner God, little g in you, that it should really resonate that no, I'm not supposed to harm this being. I'm supposed to praise this being. I'm supposed to uplift and protect and provide for this being because this being kind of looks like me. With Black men, there seems to have been a breakdown spiritually with that. It is spiritual. It is a spiritual breakdown in Black men that I honestly I plead to say get back to your spirit man, because if you get back to your spirit man, then you will only love. And sometimes you'll know you have to love from afar, but you'll walk away. You won't put your hands on nothing and nobody, because a spirit man is spiritually driven and God fearing. So even when you want to jump out of the bag on somebody, a Black man, that spirit man in you gonna walk away, because that's where the emotional intelligence comes from. And Black men, I am gonna give you credit, more credit than what your behaviors are showing. You do have capabilities. You do have the ability to have emotional intelligence. You do. It's if you choose to act because of your brokenness to dictate how you treat yourself and how you treat people, in particular women, Black women, right? So this is where the whole can we get together, Black men and Black women, come from. Because in order to break this matrix, we're going to have to learn to get it together. Because the reality, Black man, if you don't get it together, then Black women, we are going to get it together regardless, with or without you. They are showing you that. They are showing with the Lion King. Y'all remember, I'm not the Lion King, the Woman Queen, the Woman King with by old Dave Davis a couple of years ago. That was a wonderful movie, but it also depicted real life, right? That was to show you, Black man, that if you can get together, it's okay, because Black women are going to get together anyway, especially here in Black America or white America, right? But instead of y'all looking and taking heed to that, Black men, you found every reason to discredit that movie. And you chose to discredit that movie, black man, because you became insecure and jealous and envious. Because how can this woman, one, have the ear of the king the way that she did without sleeping with that king? And and also, how could she be that efficient from her occupation, if you will, of being the woman king? Hey, Adam Torres, thank you so much for popping in. I appreciate you. So, with that, black men, you had a challenge with the movie rather than seeing it for what it really was. It was a collaboration of the feminine energy and the masculine energy coming together in a balance, right? Y'all didn't see none of that because y'all were caught in your brokenness, in your hurt. Y'all were trying to tell people about how the tribes did this and and it's like, what? Hush. Look at the big picture. You should have seen really a love story. And what I mean by that is, with the character of Viola Davis and the king, there was a mutual respect for each other, and there was a mutual love for their people, that he respected her. Basically, he submitted to her professional repertoire, right? And she submitted to him being king. So it wasn't that it was a threat to either one of them. They all is a symbiotic type of relationship, black men. But instead of y'all seeing that, what are you talking about? For I know there was a movie a few years ago called The Woman King, Adam Torres, and it was basically Viola Davis, and I cannot think of the actor who played the king, and it was basically a rendition of European colonizers coming into their tribe and one of their neighboring tribes, and basically kidnapping the slaves to come over to America for the transatlantic slave trade. But that was the premise. But what was really underneath that, though, and that's what I was sharing with the audience, Adam, ABC, that's wrong. Well, what's wrong about it? Well, I didn't. Okay, that's what I caught from it. But what's the beauty of it? That was the premise. There was a mutual respect with the woman king, Viola Davis, with her position as like the lieutenant for the tribes or the nation's army, and the army was all women, and they were hell on wheels. I'm trying to tell you. You remember Trinity on the Matrix? It was like the melanated version. All of them was like that, and it was a beautiful relationship between she and the king himself, where the king did not feel threatened by the knowledge and the wherewithal of a Viola Davis or the lieutenant, because he knew that she loved their people as much as he loved their people. So it wasn't a competition, it was a collaboration. And because of that collaboration and respect, mutual respect that both had for each other, their tribe, their nation was saved from the colonizers. And the ones that the colonizers took, they got them back. So that's kind of the whole synopsis of that movie. ABC, no one said it happened or it didn't. See, again, that's what I mean. That's where you're looking on the surface. And the director did say that it was some of the depiction. It didn't say it was historically accurate. It didn't say that it was 100% accurate. It didn't. But again, y'all semantics, and I will say that you probably are a man, because men chose to look at those semantics and not look at what I just described, which took place. There was a mutual respect between man and woman. It wasn't any type of submission necessarily that took away from each other's strength. If anything, it showed both of them had strength because they could submit to each other in their own realm. And that's unfortunate that you took it like that, because that is exactly the point that I was making. And you made that so well. I do want to hear, but I have to go to sleep on my first. Oh, congratulations and good luck to you, Adam. I wish you well. Please come back again soon. So yeah, ABC 123 AX7 with that type of avatar name, excuse me, not avatar name, what's it called? Troll account. I can see why you would think that. I thank you so much for subscribing, Adam. And when you have time, check out some of the content. It's a lot of things dealing with our current events and basically how we can make the world better. But we have to have awareness of these, what's going on in reality before we can make it better. So I thank you so much for popping through. And ABC, even you, I thank you for coming through. Even though you don't know what you're talking about, that's not correct. You've been conditioned to look at semantics and just focus on that as opposed to what the topic is. You've been conditioned to pick certain things out and try to zero in on that because you can't critically think for yourself. That's okay. You've been conditioned to do that. I'm not upset about it. Now I welcome you to come back over. Have a good evening, Adam. Again, thank you so much for coming through and listening to some of the conversation. And black men, if you are like a ABC 123 AX7, you also are culprit as to why we can't get along, right? And here's the thing that I would say to you, ABC, whatever your name is. I'm not sure if you wanted some type of negative response or whatever. I'm not sure. But over here, ones fear us, they fear one us. They fear us being able to have conversations and have disagreements where it can still be in love, where it can still be respect. I respect the fact that you have been ignorant, not knowing. I respect the fact that you have been conditioned to only look through your two eyes. I respect that because it's not your fault to a certain extent. But then it comes a point where, yeah, you can accept accountability and do some Googling for your damn self and realize what you've been taught is not actually the fact at hand. So again, getting back to black men and black women, can we please get it together? Why can't we get it together? In order to break the matrix, we're going to have to understand, black women and black men, that we have more things in common. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's true. They are so nervous. When I say they, I mean the powers that were, because everything they have been doing for I don't know how long is coming to surface, and it's just their time is winding down. This is spiritual warfare, right? It is a spiritual warfare, and we have to, black men and black women. I need to start calling us carbonated men and carbonated women, because there's no such thing as a black. What we have to embrace is that in order for us to do this thing for ourselves and our children, we are going to have to get along. Other cultures have. Sometimes they had to fake it to make it, right? Fortunately for us, we don't have to fake it. It was already designed in the stars, in the universe, before we came into this realm as the little G's, that everything that's here is ours. We have dominion over everything, which means we don't have to dominate to be dominant. Our presence alone is dominant. Now, black men, I want y'all to hear that. You don't have to dominate to be dominant. If you truly are walking in your spirituality as a spirit man, you don't have to try to dominate anyone, especially your helpmate, especially your queen, because that's what she's there for, to help you. If anything, you all are to unite against the enemy. The black woman is not your enemy, black man. If any black man believes that, then black man, you are your enemy. Look in the mirror and check yourself, because the black woman is not your enemy. Go into your own research and search, your spiritual search, black man. If you think that black women have the energy, because we are doing everything else under the sun, including raising your children that you've abandoned because you got in your feelings and you want to do other things and you didn't want to be responsible or accountable. Let's be real, black man. That is our lived experience. And even then, we don't hate you. If anything, we love you. And that's what hurt us so, because you acted like you did. Because a lot of you lied to us, laid down with us, and left us, black man. But if I say that I'm hating black men, that's the truth of the matter, right? So just keeping it real, in order for us to get together, we have to be accountable for our actions. We have to be responsible for those actions and move forward in love. A revolution in love. The word love is in revolution, black man. You always talking about the white man, this and this and that. And this is why, this is why. No, you are why. You are why. Because you're not willing to step up and do what you're supposed to righteously do, which is to reclaim your kingdom if you call yourself a king, black man. Now, a lot of when they hear this, and I'm saying this to y'all, I know you're going to come out with the fact that I'm male bashing, and you spiritually are not there. If you take what I'm saying to mean that I'm male bashing, this is reality. And I'm saying, as a black woman, a melanated woman, a carbonated woman, I expect more from you. I expect you to step up to your royalty, to your kingdom, and I expect you to lead in love, not out of dominance. I expect you to have the emotional intelligence that when we losing our mind and want to cuss you out, you walk the hell away. I expect you, black men, to have respect for yourselves, to have more penis control, that you're not slinging your peen throughout the community and skeeting everywhere and not taking responsibility. I expect better from you, black man. And I don't see the problem in expecting those things from a black man, because you claim to be the kings. You expect black women to follow you. So why should I not expect y'all to set that example, right? And black women, I'm not going to leave you, because everything that I have just said, for you to still follow that black boy that's carrying a penis that's able to reproduce, that's on you. That means you don't care enough about your body. You don't respect yourself and value yourself enough to remain celibate, right? Until your Boaz comes. You just take a little piece of community pain. So I'm talking to you too. Don't get it twisted. On this cyberspace, I have picked up on different people who set the tone that they are so hoity-toity, they holier than thou. And then when I turn around, they are okay with the community ping too. That's disheartening. That's disheartening, black women. We're better than that. So with that being said, black women, all I ask you to do is truly vet and pick better, right? Know that you are the prize, that you don't have to settle for community ping, And if you choose to, if you want to, be honest with it. Because black men will tell you, I'm just trying to hit it and quit it. And if you lay down with that black man, expect whatever. Expect the unexpected. All right. If you lay down with that black man, he tell you, I'm just trying to hit and quit it, and you try to trap him, then that's on you, black woman. And don't be trying to get no child support from that. I remember talking, and I was on a platform some years ago, and they asked me about that. Well, sis, how do you feel about, if she lays down with him and he tells her he don't want no baby, and he don't, and then she end up pregnant, and he don't want to pay child support, take responsibility for the baby. Now the brother expected me to say something different. I said to him, and I still stand firm, if he told her that he did not want no baby, and she still opened her damn legs, and she allowed him to skeet in her, then that's on her. That's not on him. I think there should be a law that he can go TPR, terminating parental rights. I sure do. I stand firm on that, because that was the woman's choice. That was her choice to continue to open her legs up and let him do that. So yeah, I do. And I'm going to tell you why I said it, and I still feel the same way. Even though that man should have responsibility and be more responsible, men, for the most part, they're not. Men are not. They will put their dingaling in any kind of hole they can. That is kind of an instinctual type of thing, unless it's a spiritually driven, God fearing man. And most men are not. Most men are physically led. They have this ego. They're carnally led. So, which means their penis is going to lead them. That's the head they're going to follow. So, black women, the fact that you know that and you still lay down, you get no sympathy over here. Why should you? Why should you? And even in certain spaces, certain women thought that they punani was golden enough, and that the black man would do better and settle down with them. No, that's not how that works. If somebody shows you who they are, believe them, right? And you know who you are. And it is what it is with that. You should have known better. But you chose to lay down anyway and open up your legs and let them ski. So when you do that, you deal with the consequences as well. Like, I'm not trying to be judgmental by no means, because anybody knows me knows that I'm just the opposite. But when it comes to behavior wise, yeah, I will call out the behavior in a skinny minute. I sure will. And because you can't go wrong with the behavior, you can't say too much about the behavior. So, black men, black women, we're going to have to learn to get it together, because our children are at risk. You see a Nolan Wells, you see a Carmelo Anthony, right? Before them, a Calvin Johnson, Tamir Rice, Jordan Davis, Trayvon Martin. I can keep going. Eric Garner. These are our children that are no longer with us, because there's something bigger than even us that we need to be getting together so that we can go against our oppressor, so our children will have an opportunity for a life, a holistically abundant life at that. And if we stop focusing on how we don't like each other and begin to really like each other, because we can love each other, but liking each other seems to be the issue, because we are threatened by each other, because the white man has taught us to be threatened by each other. Like, that's crazy to me. The same white man who stole us and separated us when we came over here, we'd rather listen to them and what they tell us decades later than to follow our own instinct, our own spiritual instinct, and love one another. That's what I'm saying to y'all. We are better than that. Like, we are truly, truly better than that. And with that, I bid you adieu. I thank you for your time. I thank you for listening. Some of you all who will catch the replay, thank you for your support. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing. I'll be doing a little bit more of this because with everything going on in the world, listen, especially in this country, I don't know how many opportunities I'm gonna have because they'll probably silence us all in a minute, and that's real talk. The way that Frumpleton is acting, and he's paranoid and stuff. Take on Ellison and all them Bezos, all them gonna shut down stuff, y'all. But they're gonna be treating us like the prime ministers did and the presidents did over in Africa when they shut those nations down, the internet and stuff. It's not a it's not a an if, it's a win, a WHEN, and we need to get prepared before then. But until next time, Ashe.